Hi and welcome to Knit with Hannah. I'm Hannah. Today I have a tutorial for you showing you how to knit the stitch YO or yarn over. Hi and welcome to Knit with Hannah. I'm Hannah. I'm here with Knitting Natter to help you learn to knit the easy way. Yarn over is what you do when you're knitting. You move the yarn around the needle. So I'm going to show you how to do this because it's not just knitting a stitch. It's a little bit extra that you will do alongside it. So keep watching the video. I'm going to show you what it looks like when you knit across the back once you've knitted the yarn over. And I'll also explain why you might need it in some knitting patterns. I'll see you once we finish this. Let's get straight to the demo. I'm knitting a small sample here and I've got stocking stitch in the middle. I'm on the knit row, so I'll show you the knit side yarn over to start with. When we create the knit stitch, I'll just show you that the yarn goes around the needle anti-clockwise like that. So from underneath, around the left and back to the right hand side of the needle there. So we're going to do the same thing when we do a yarn over. Yarn over is very simply moving the yarn from the back over the needle and then you do the knit stitch. And if you look at that, what we've got is a loop of yarn that's sitting in between two stitches, and it looks like these stitches because it's lying in the same direction. It's moving from front to back, and the front of the loop is the right hand side of the stitch and the back of the loop is the left hand side of the stitch. That's exactly what we've got here. It's moving from right to left, from the front to the back. So that's how we create a yarn over. It is very simply moving the yarn over the needle in between stitches. I'll just show you that again. I'll do another knit stitch and then I'll do a yarn over. So that goes over the needle like that. Just imagine you're creating a stitch but the stitch isn't there, and then we do another knit stitch. So that yarn over is between those two stitches and it's just created a hole, a loop that wasn't there before. And now I'll show you that from the purl side of the knitting. Okay, so I'm going to purl 2 stitches and then there's a yarn over. So what I'm going to do is exactly the same thing. I'm going to move the yarn around the needle as if I was purling it. So just imagine you're purling it and the needle is still at the front there. You're going to move the yarn from the front over the needle and around it, but the stitch isn't there to make the next stitch. You're making a stitch from nothing. And then we'll purl the next stitch. The yarn's moving in the same direction again and the yarn moves round and we make the next stitch. And now we do another yarn over. The yarn goes around the needle as if you're making a stitch, but the stitch isn't there. And then we'll do the same thing again. So the yarn is moving over the needle. The yarn over is sitting in exactly the same way as every other stitch does, but you're making a stitch from nothing. And the idea with this is that you make a hole. Generally speaking, when you are knitting lace, whether you're on the purl side of the row or the knit side of the row, you will compensate for the fact that you've made a hole by decreasing, by catching 2 stitches and knitting them together or purling them together, decreasing in one way or another. And you'll be able to see those holes now. Sometimes in lace it will you will compensate, so to speak, on the same row, and sometimes it may take 2 or 3 rows because of the way the lace pattern works, and you'll compensate and you'll have the same number of stitches 2 or 3 rows later. But this is also the way that you make holes and you shape a piece of knitting. If you're making, say, a triangle shawl, something like that, you're making a lacy shawl, you want to put the holes in it on purpose, so you end up with fewer stitches there and you end up with more and more stitches as you create more holes. So there you go. You can see very easily that you've created the holes there, and now you've just gone along the back there and knitted them quite happily. They look like stitches, they feel like stitches, they just don't have the stitch holding them in place underneath. So you just move along the row and knit those loops as if they were stitches. There you go. That is your yarn over. Okay, now you know
how you do it, why you use it, and when you use it. So yeah, yarn over feels easier now, doesn't it? YO looks a bit complicated. YO is not like nothing else when you come across it in a knitting pattern. You don't come across many Ys in knitting pattern, but it can create a marvellous effect if you want to make holes intentionally. Now, if you want to be able to grab this video whenever you need it and just double check what you're doing, then the link is in the description for a knitting demos or PDF. Now, on this PDF, there are lots of videos linked, all of the YouTube videos that I have showing you lots of different jargon that you'll come across in knitting patterns. You can go through to my website to find the videos on my blog, or indeed you can come through to YouTube where you'll find the video right here. And just download it, use it digitally on your phone, on a tablet, or indeed on a desktop. And if it's right by your side when you're knitting, you won't have to search for it in Google or rummage through your knitting pattern and try and find the written description. Okay, thank you so much for joining me today. Do go and sign up for that. The link is in the description. I will see you again soon. Do subscribe and click on the bell for notifications. Now YouTube will let you know whenever there's a new video from Knit with Hannah. I'm here every Tuesday, every week with a brand new video. I'll see you again soon. Bye for now. Happy knitting.